Hello and welcome to another Pauper video. Today we're going to be playing some nonsense again. We're playing Tron Initiative. Okay, so the point of this deck, as I just said, Initiative is just slamming this Avenging Hunter or this Goliath Paladin. It says when you enter the battlefield, when it enters the battlefield, you take the initiative. So that sets us into the dungeon for the initiative, which is called the Undercity, and just give us a bunch of extra perks whenever we take the initiative or whenever it's our upkeep and we own the initiative at the time. So this is a super powerful thing that's kind of taken over Legacy, Vintage. It used to just overwhelm Pauper, and we're going to see if we can make it work one more time. We're going to support this by having 10 draw spells here. 4 Deadly Dispute, 4 Reckoner's Bargain, and then I think this deck is going to flood out a lot, and we also want to slam on our opponents, so we're going to be playing this card, Bitter Reunion. It says when it enters the battlefield, you can discard a card. If you do, draw 2 cards, and then pay 1, sacrifice it, and creatures you control gain haste until end of turn. Which means if we're ahead on board and we finish the Undercity and we get another giant creature, we're going to just sacrifice this and slam in with everyone. I like that a lot. And then to support our plan, we're playing a few removal spells. We're playing 2 Krark-Clan Shaman and 3 Cast Down in the main deck. The old initiative decks were playing things like Snuff Out, but we're not really able to use Snuff Out. So we're just going to play Cast Down. And then we have some Chromatic Stars, Ichor Wellsprings, Energy Refractor for filtering, an Expedition Map, and Crop Rotation to get our Tron online as fast as possible. And then we have Finger Marauder in case we need to get some life gain. We also have another Finger Marauder over here in the sideboard for Weather the Storms, specifically for Burn. So against Burn, we're going to be looking to play Krark-Clan Shaman and Finger Marauders and wipe the board and eventually attack. In the main deck, we have just one of each basic, some Crystal Grottos, and a random Polluted Mire that we can get with Expedition Map to cycle. And then in the sideboard, 1 additional Cast Down to complete the set, some Chainer's Edicts, some Suffocating Fumes for flying 1/1s, more Krark-Clan Shamans for ground creatures, a Flaring Pain for fog, because this deck is definitely going to lose to a fog, and then a Reaping the Graves here for removal-based decks that are trying to just keep us off the table. So that's the deck, and I do enjoy just trying to initiative people out. I don't think it's tier 1 or anything, but it's been pretty fun, and we'll see if we can make it work. Don't forget to check out the Patreon, patreon.com/CaliGuys, and like and subscribe. Let me know what kind of wonky decks you want to see. Has to be a little bit close to winning a game, though. Alright, see you in the matches. We're here in round 1 versus Flying Hippo Gaming, and we pretty much have nothing going on, so I think I'm going to mulligan. Alright, this seems pretty decent. Gonna keep. Question is what to put back. I think it's going to be the Expedition Map here. We'll lead on Grotto, looking for a Tron land. We found the mine, perfect. We just play the map. So this is turn 4 initiative. We'll see if that's good enough. Maybe. We're gonna grab our tower right now. Could have maybe just played the Wellspring there, because this opponent definitely could hold up a Spell Pierce. Looks like they're just gonna play an Archaeologist. So we'll play out the Wellspring and the Power Plant, or Wellspring and Tower, because they already know about the tower. It'll get sketchy here if they hold up Counterspell, because if they counter my Avenging Hunter, we're pretty hosed. Looks like they're gonna just cantrip and put some cards into the graveyard, which gives us the opportunity to slam the Avenging Hunter and get at least 1 turn of value. Brainstorm for the opponent. Evolving Wilds, okay. Alright, so they cannot counter the Avenging Hunter this turn, and they don't have a threat. Ta-da! Avenging Hunter coming in. And here I'm going to grab the Swamp because I have so many Deadly Disputes in hand. They're probably thinking to themselves, what have I gotten myself into? Consider. Okay, so I'm just going to F6 here, but they'll likely have a threat on the next turn. They mill a Cast Down, so they're looking for a threat specifically. We can draw 3 cards. We can also Lost Well this turn. There's a high likelihood they'll kill the Avenging Hunter, and we really want to find removal spells and more initiative creatures. Because if we can power through the dungeon, then we can start flooding the board, and then they won't be able to even attack anyway. Plus, the 3/6 guy is going to be pretty good at blocking a 5/5. Right now they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the graveyard. One is a Terror. 2, 3, 4. So a Terror is going to cost them 4 mana right now. They Thought Scour themselves, so now everything will be pretty much free. They mill 2 creatures, so the Terror is going to cost them 2 mana right now, What are they going to do? They could deep analysis looking for an angler. They play a terror and an angler. All right, so we definitely want a Lost Well here because we want to get removal spells or whatever. Otherwise, we're going to die really fast. Star Wellspring. We dispute the Wellspring. Then we can dispute the Star. So I guess I put the Wellspring on the bottom, Star on top. Draw a Fangren Marauder. So we're just cantripping a bunch. We find a Goliath Paladin. So that's going to be our play here. Cast this Paladin. Leave Stash. Try to get another creature. Cast an Energy Refractor. Find a cast down. Okay. We have the Fangren Marauder to gain life. So I think I'm going to just attack. This is interesting here because if I attack and they don't block, they go to 15, but then they only have to attack with one of their creatures. So I think I'm going to hold back. And then they'll be forced to attack with both the 5/5s. They'll take the initiative, get a basic. I can kill their blocker. All right, they kill that one. All right, so I can block one. I wonder if they're playing basic swamps. They probably are. Fangren Marauder is going to be good here because we're going to be able to continuously get more life so we can live longer. Turn 5. They get an island. They play a swamp. All right. Take the initiative back. We have 2 blockers again. Make a green here. Attempt to cast this Fangren Marauder. Sorry. Okay, that resolves. Play out a Refractor. Play a map. So we're going to gain 5 life here. Now we're not worried about their attacks. They kind of have to attack with everything. We're going to gain another 10 life. Gain 10 total. Now, maybe we want the Grotto just to scry into something good. They cycle of Fumes. Although the Fumes could have taken out the skeleton. Here we want to probably chump block with the Fangren Marauder and the skeleton. Depending on what they have, I guess. But if we can keep the initiative this turn and slam another initiative creature, then we'll be really well set up. Although maybe the Fangren Marauder should stay because it can keep gaining me life. Tough spot. It's just kind of fun to like slam the initiative and be like, this is extremely broken. So we can look at the dungeon while they're cantripping. This gets a basic, forges 2 counters, and then Lost Well Scry 2. Their level is Trap, which is target player loses 5 life. And then you have Archives, draw a card. The middle one is Goad target creature, which means that creature has to attack on the next turn. And then Stashes create a treasure token, Catacombs create that creature. And then Throne is reveal the top 10 cards, put a creature card from among them onto the battlefield with 3+1/+1 counters on it, and it gains hexproof until next turn. Kind of busted. I'm gonna get rid of this and block here. So we're gonna get free value on my upkeep where I hopefully thrown into a creature. We are gonna grab the Goliath Paladin because it's a super huge blocker. So we're gonna Grotto and Scry looking for a creature. We find a Fangren on top, so we can cycle, play the Fangren Marauder, play out. Let's go ahead and Reckoner's Bargain, a Energy Refractor, find another Paladin. All right, I'm gonna map. I probably should have mapped before I played the Grotto. It's kind of a mistake because now I'm just waiting for looting and stuff. All right. So one of their creatures is definitely going to die when they attack, and then we can just try to chump the other one with the Fangren Marauder. They're super on the back foot. They have 4 cards in hand. Don't know if they have Counterspell or anything, but we flooded out very, very hard, and they're down to 1 mana available. If they attack with everything, they could still play another 5/5, but both their creatures are going to die, and then I can attack with the Paladin. Play another 5/5. Looks like it's going to be an Angler. Okay, here, now we're going to start pressing the advantage. Make my Fangren Marauders gigantic. Cast Goliath Paladin, trap you, so they're going to lose 5 life, and then we will cast another one. We get to draw a card, Avenging Hunter. So we can actually play that right now. Cast Avenging Hunter, and get another Avenging Hunter. Now it's happening. Okay, no basics to search for. Now I don't even need to do anything. I can just sit. Next turn I can attack with everything and they'll be dead. A really nice start to the series here, to this league. Opponent thought they had a little bit of time in the beginning there, but they did not. Okay, they second Evolving Wilds. So post-board here, we're going to want all of our cast downs and edicts. I can get rid of the Kvar Clan Shaman. They're going to play another creature. Philagi Archaeologist. They mill Ice Tunnel, Deep Analysis, Brainstorm. They have 4 blockers, so at minimum they're going to be taking 6 damage here. Oh no, we can forge up our other Goliath Paladin. And then let's cast the Bitter Reunion. Let's discard a basic. Cycle this. Black, I guess. Alright, just play out the Expedition map, Power Plant, and swing. Yeah, they're going to trade there. That one's going to die. Now I still have a ton of power. We win. Yeah. Solid. Okay, we're going to get rid of the Krarks. We want the cast down with these Chainer's Edicts. So how are we going to manage this? We need to find 2 more slots. Don't know if I can. Oh, Reaping the Grave is also good. Cast down. I don't want to cut too many creatures because we'll probably lose our Well, Chainer's Edict's not very good, right? Like Reaping the Graves. I mean, Chainer's Edict is good, but it also, they can just sack their Archaeologist. They're like pretty prepared for it. So maybe just cast downs, Reaping the Graves, try to win that way. And then the Fanging Marauder to gain some life. We can even just buy our time and then Bitter Reunion and slam in. This looks pretty decent. So now their plan is going to be just hyper fast creatures. We have Dispute the Wellspring, Grotto looking for a mine. Definitely bottom that land. It'll be interesting to see if they tap out here or they hold up a Spell Pierce or Counterspell for the Wellspring. Didn't think about that. Maybe they should have kept the land. They are going to tap out for an Archaeologist. What if they're going to make it a 1/4? Okay, we have Crop Rotation for Tron, but we don't have the colored sources, so we can't really do that right now. They're going to Deep Analysis, Brainstorm, mills a Spell Pierce, plays a land. I can Deadly Dispute, then I have Crop Rotation up. We have Refractor, perfect. Green, crop this, get mine, play Refractor. Just gonna discard one Marauder. So I'm gonna try and get more lands here into play and then kill their creatures on their turn. Looks like they're playing an Angler. We just have to play around Spell Pierce. No, they're going to Deep Analysis. All right. Terror Resolves. Grab a tower, play map, grab a tower again, I guess. Oh, dang, I can't do that. Well, that stinks. I messed up. I should not have grabbed the other tower there because I forgot that I had to pay for the ward cost for the terror, and now I'm going to be screwed because I'm going to have a hard time killing the terror at all. But we can pass to their turn and then attempt to kill the terror a couple of times and then play the paladins on our turn because they're going to have to play counterspells and stuff. Plays an Angler. I guess I should have left mana open so I could... All right, interesting. Bitter Reunion. Cast the Bitter Reunion. Okay, let me think this through. I probably can't do anything here. I really want that other tower in play. Bunch of damage. This is going to cost me, if I have to kill this, it's 3 mana plus 2, so it's 5. And then to kill this one, it's 2 mana. Just play out the Refractor. Okay. They might counter our initiatives, and then we can play the Fanging Marauder and gain life. Sacrifice. Right now they have 11 damage. I can take 6 here, I think. I want to play around Spell Pierce if I can. Plays an Archaeologist. Puts a counter on it. I'm going to cash in this map. Get a tower. Play the tower. Play Chromatic Star. Play map. Cast this Marauder. Okay, they counterspell the Marauder. Let's see if they have 2 more counterspells in hand. They Deep Analysis. We actually discarded the Fanging Marauder previously, so we're not going to be gaining life. If they trap us, we're hosed. Plays an Angler. Ooh, Reaping the Graves, okay. Cast Paladin. Get a Swamp. Cast a Paladin. Lost Well. Looking for a removal spell. Or a creature. Find a Deadly Dispute. And a Star. I think the Star can go on the bottom. We can keep the Dispute, because now we can crack this for black and Deadly Dispute the Wellspring. We find a Cast Down, perfect. And another Paladin. Okay, Edict. We're gonna stash here. Okay, we're at 3 life. So I can play the Star, and then that's Storm 2. I can get Paladin, Marauder, and then maybe play the Marauder. Star, okay. Black, so yes, gain some life. We're gonna have a huge turn next turn. They consider. Next turn, we get to play all of our creatures and then give everything haste. I think we play everything. All right, Brainstorm. Yeah, Reaping the Graves is definitely a good call to play in the sideboard there. Very, very good for this matchup. When you just couldn't recur your creatures is really bad. We might be able to kill them this turn. Probably, if they let us keep the initiative, we'll Catacombs, play the Avenging Hunter, try to get to the throne, and then Paladin. Forge up one of the Paladins and then slam, because the Paladins having Vigilance is huge. All right, what are they going to do? Paying costs, cast down. I'm blocking here in case they have Unexpected Fangs. They're going to be able to use the Forge. All right, they move into Forge. They're going to make that thing bigger. Okay, 3 cards in hand. We just don't want them to trap us. They're going to play an Angler. We find a Grotto. It's probably better to play the Grotto right now. We can see if there's a creature on top, and if not, we'll bottom it, since we're going to hit the throne. Bitter Reunion, so we just bottom that. See if they have a counterspell. Cast Goliath Paladin. Oh, I suppose I can't actually use the Bitter Reunion this turn. Oh well, play another Paladin. Get another Paladin. Get a Forest. That's going to be it for me. Alright, so the only creatures we have left in the deck are 3 Avenging Hunters. So now we have to win somehow. We're going to go into Forge and try to win. Deep Analysis. They could definitely have some good cards here. I think I probably have to set its upkeep stop and then map here. I'm just trying to get big Goliaths so that they'll trade. Okay, we'll get the Polluted Mire. Reckoner's Bargain. It's Deadly Dispute or Refractor. They're going to Surveil in response. Interesting. We draw some lands. I guess I can bargain the treasure token. Try to draw some cards. Cast Bitter Reunion. Just discard the force because I don't need it. Keep trying to sacrifice that on accident. Avenging Hunter. Now I get to trap them and attack with everything. Trap you. Let's move this over here. Dang. That was sweet. Okay. We have 4 vigilance creatures. Kills my 1/6/9 creature. I think they're dead. They can't block everything. This is a menace guy. They're just dead. Unless they have snuff outs. Woohoo! We got there. See you in the next match. Okay, we're in round 2 versus walls. Apis is always on walls, and we're going to mulligan second time. We're just trying to look for lands. Specifically, we want Tron. So here we have Tron. We have to keep. All right, we're keeping. I guess we're gonna have to get rid of 2 lands. Our land and Bitter Reunion because we want to be able to crop into Tron. But we could also get rid of 2 lands and keep Refractor, Bitter Reunion, and then hope to hit another land. I think that's probably the highest reward play. But we're on the draw. So we have to find like cast downs and stuff. We find a Chromatic Star, so that's pretty good. It's another redraw. So we can actually discard whatever extra. Very good for us. Refractor. We can crop this plains. Crop the plains. Get a mine. So will they be able to kill me this turn? So it's probably safer to just cast down, play out the Krark. Although this is going to take almost all of my mana to cast the Avenging Hunter. We're trying to take them off of colored sources. So they play Caretaker, Battlement, Quirion Ranger. They can untap the Battlement. So now they have all the blue mana they wanted. So me killing that creature didn't matter. Although I think what I want to do is... All right, that's kind of nice. Let's go play Avenging Hunter. Now we're going to go ahead and get a basic. And then we can play Refractor. Then we can sacrifice the Krark and kill Leafcaller and Quirion and take them off of colored sources pretty much again. They'll have to... come back into it. True story. They said, this is the first time I've ever seen you play a deck that uses the combat step. You're not wrong. Let's get this Swamp. Play the Refractor. Found a Deadly Dispute. I think I'm going to go ahead and attack. It'd be nice to be able to Deadly Dispute the Krark after sacrificing a Refractor. I think they have a land in hand. I'm not sure. They're gonna block with the Mnemonic. So they have Lead the Stampede in hand. They have a ton of mana. Once Lead the Stampede resolves, then they get to, if they hit like a drift, they could drift for another drift, and then yeah, I probably just need to sacrifice this right now. Disappointing, but it's got to be done. They play an Axebane Guardian. Play Lead the Stampede. Finds another Axebane. So they're certainly not going to be attacking me here. Play an Axebane. Okay, we're looking for a cast down again. I guess we try to press the advantage. Reckoner's Bargain. Let's go ahead and attack. Red. I'm going to discard the Reckoner's Bargain, actually. Another Krark. Doesn't help that much. We could play it and then dispute it. That's probably the play, unfortunately. Play the Krark Clan Shaman. Go ahead and dispute that guy. We have no more Krarks in the deck. So if we dispute right now, then we have a cast down available. No, but we'd have to use it like right away, so it's not that useful. Play out this Expedition map, and we're going to pass. I highly doubt they're going to be able to attack this turn. Plays a Forest, 1 card in hand. All right, they just unfortunately whiffed. We're going to upkeep. Well, they're going to trap you. You go to 8, and then we'll sack the map, grab a tower, or grab the Polluted Mire, or the tower. We already have a land drop. Guess it's probably better just keep digging. Got a crop rotation, so place Wellspring. Should have cropped first. Play out the land, crop the land, grab a tower for extra mana. We're going to go ahead and bargain. It's Wellspring. Another land. Okay. Looks like we probably just want to play out the Avenging Hunter and then give it haste. We only have 9 mana total. We could Bitter Reunion here and then still do haste. All right, green, Avenging Hunter. It's just better to have the Trampler in play. The one has more power, and then give it haste. So we are depending on a top deck, not that them not getting a top deck. So like the top deck that would win the game here for them would be Drift of Phantasms, I think. And then what else would win the game? Oh, Mnemonic Wall in the graveyard is actually kind of good for them. Because if they get the Reaping the Graves, they can get the Mnemonic Wall back. It's a good play. What did they draw? Nothing. Okay, perfect for me. We are definitely bringing the Krarks, and we don't need the Fangren Marauder. We're just trying to control the board. So 1 more cast down, just trim on a bargain. Could also go down a land, but I think that's risky. Is a bargain or the Reunion better? Probably the Reunion, just because we can pitch lands. Let's do it that way. We have Tron, we have Refractor, we have cast down. This is really, really good hand. Although we're on the draw, so we're not going to be able to cast down until our turn 3. They play a Tinderwall. We're going to lead on mine, and then turn 2 Refractor. Okay, we'll just play them out of map because we can. We might not want to sacrifice it, because if we get the Krark, then it's really good for us. They found a Tuk-Tuk. Okay, we draw. I got to turn off this upkeep stop now. Interesting. So they have the Battlement, Tinderwall, they can play out the Rebel Fort Tuk-Tuk guy. It's a risky play here, but I think I want to play the Refractor. We could leave up cast down, but that sets us back so much in tempo. If they have land, they can Battlement, sack, play out the Rebel Fort, and then this is just tapping for 2 mana anyway, so it's not that much. There's a lot going on here. Okay, we draw a card. It's a plane, so no creature this turn. We play out the Quirion Ranger, so that does make it much better for them to have the Battlement in play. Play a Battlement, but they can't actually play the Tuk this turn. I play a Tower, play out a... Let's see, do I want to... I don't have enough mana to play Goliath Paladin plus hold up cast down. So I think I'm going to Wellspring. Play Wellspring again. That's pretty good, huh? I actually don't know how good that is. Well, we can sacrifice this, this, and this if they play an Axebane. Alright, I'm gonna play it out. Oh, wow. Okay. Card Clan Shaman wins the day. Sorry, Apis. We'll see you in the next round. We're in round 3 now versus Baiko de Geia on probably Affinity. This is a decent hand. We have our initiative creature. We're looking for a way to play out... Oh, whoa, it's Kuldotha. Turn 1, Kuldotha Rebirth. Mine, pass. Now we are definitely looking for our Krark Clan Shaman and for ways to gain life. Specifically like our Fangren Marauder. Power Plant, play the Wellspring. We need some colored sources real bad. Energy Refractor would be really good here. I kind of thought they were on Affinity, which this hand would line up decently well against, but not against the fast start that this is providing. Put us to 13. Now we're at 10. There's a Refractor. Play out the Refractor. Find another Refractor. So let's just play Power Plant and pass. We're definitely going to die here. Yeah, we're going to go to the next game without showing them we're on initiative. All right, so what I want to do is bring in the Fangren Marauder and the Krarks, and then I want to bring in the Weathers if I can, fit them, and let's see what we're going to do. Cast downs are not what I want to be, where I want to be. And maybe we can trim on these Bitter Reunions, cut the Polluted Mire. Maybe we'll just go 2 Fangrens, maybe just 3 Weathers, maybe 2. Maybe this is too many Krarks. So we're gonna live, we're gonna wipe, and then we're gonna play initiative, right? That's the plan. I'm cutting my draw spells, which is sketchy. Put this back. We're just gonna wipe eventually. All right, we'll try it like that. So all I want to do is weather the storm, weather the storm, weather the storm. Krark them out, and then play an initiative creature. Because I'm on the play, so let's mull. Alright, we have Tron. I think what I have to do is keep... Oh, wait, we have everything, okay. Back to Power Plant, go land, map. Then we're going to map for the Grotto. You know, this was always a tough matchup for initiative anyway. Go ahead and get the Grotto. Since we have Tron, we just are looking to hold up our weathers and try to get to the point where we can do stuff. Play Grotto, bottom that. I'm going to play out the Star here. That makes me not able to weather the storm this current turn, but on the next turn I can Deadly Dispute into a weather. Plays a Synthesizer. So are they looking for a land just to be able to play this Dwarf? They find a Kuldotha. So they'll probably just use the Kuldotha instead here. Let's draw some card. No, they play the Chanter. Okay, find another Star. So I'll play out, and then I'm going to Dispute, find another Star, and a Paladin. So I can Chromatic Star, and then play Reckoner's Bargain, and bargain this, and then Weather the Storm. So that's pretty sweet. Let's just do that. Gain a bunch of life. Just start chaining and chaining. Bargain this, draw some cards. Go ahead and cast Weather the Storm. Now we're at 33. We're looking for a Krark Clan Shaman to get in for 3. Now what we could do here is play out the Paladin, find a forest, but I don't know if that's the greatest. Play out the Paladin, and then we're just going to be trading back and forth resources. Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, so that's 1. I'm going to play Chromatic Star here. Let's see if they're going to go wide, what they're going to be up to. We also have the Crop Rotation, which is available for any Molten Rains. There's 6 mana, or no, 6 cards in hand and 5 mana. 6 cards in hand is scary as heck. They get in for 2. Alright, I'm fine with that. We're just chilling. Let's hold. Hold. They're going to make a token. Okay, they find an Epicure. I wonder what's in their hand. Plays the Epicure. Bitter Reunion is nice here. Red. So we can Bitter Reunion pitching the land or pitching the Crop Rotation. I think I want to pitch the land specifically, just because Crop is going to be useful against the Molten Rains I was talking about. Okay, Power Plant. Now this is setting us up for a big Krark Clan Shaman, which is nice. So we're just drawing and drawing and drawing and drawing and drawing. Find a Deadly Dispute. I think I want to just not weather the storm here, even though I have a bunch of cards, a bunch of mana. Well, let's do it. Let's go black. This is floating enough mana to cast Weather the Storm after I Deadly Dispute, but I really want to draw another land so that I can hold up Crop Rotation. And I draw a tower, so I think I'm totally fine now. Wow, okay. Ooh. Maybe we can, like, kill them in 1 turn later. I think it's probably good to Weather the Storm here. We're looking for them to tap out, basically. We're just taking it slow. We want them to tap low, and then they can't really respond to the Krark. And then we'll play out our initiative creatures, slam them with the Bitter Reunion. Smash to smithereens. It looks like they're just going to try to disrupt my mana sources. Refractor, play a map, and play out Krark Clan Shaman. Then I'm going to, let's see, mine or grotto. Probably mine here, since the grotto's not going to work very well. I don't think this is going to die, so I'm just going to sacrifice the Wellspring in the map. Okay, that clears their board. Now we're going to play some big butt guys. Goliath Paladin, grab a forest here, play another Goliath Paladin, and then forge it up. Let's do it! Now I'm ready. They're gonna Lightning Bolt, Lava Dart. Is that another Lava Dart they cast, or did they sacrifice a mountain to cast it? Okay, so they killed everything. Everything is dead. They had so much burn in hand. They're gonna get one mountain out of this, and then they get the blood token, the mountain. What is happening for Lava Dart, Lava Dart? I guess they kill both my creatures here, right? That was so much burn in hand. 9 damage from this Dwarven Forge guy. Now they have 1. We're gonna hit them for 15 this turn, though. Okay, Bitter Union's hot. All right, 1, 2, 3. Cast Avenging Hunter. Let's play another Avenging Hunter. Now let's go ahead and Bitter Reunion. I'm gonna ditch the... Yeah! Draw some cards. Fanging Marauder was coming up. That worked exactly as intended. Just clear the board, slam the initiative. I was lucky because they didn't actually know what I was up to. Okay, I think this hand is an okay keep, so I'm gonna play Grotto, looking for Power Plant or Weather the Storm or something. On a crop rotation. Okay, Grotto. Bottom that. Play Chromatic Star. Synthesizer finds a Reckless Impulse that they cannot cast. Kildotha Rebirth. So we're definitely looking for our Krark soon. Slam the Wellspring. Find a Weather the Storm. They Kildotha once more. And Smash gets in. We find a Krark Clan Shaman. We can almost wipe their board here. Oh, we can actually kill everything except the Swifty. Right now they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage on the table. Now they need 2 spells to win, and we're going to be able to go Crop into Tron, Wellspring, Dispute, Weather the Storm. Okay, if they find a Bolt, we're dead. They find a Mountain. Play the Mountain. They have the Bolt. Oh, that puts us to 1. Okay, perfect. Play the Swamp. Tap the Swamp. Crop the Swamp. Get a Power Plant. Lay out the Wellspring. Dispute the Wellspring. Green. Cast Weather the Storm. Pass. Now we're at 13, which is still sketchy. They play a Dwarven Forge Chanter and get in for 1 to put us to 12. We're going to play out the Goliath Paladin. Oops. And take the initiative. Grab a forest. We're looking to block the Swift Spear and kill it. They pay 3 mana to get a token. So this means I'm going to block the Chanter, because I can kill stuff with the Krark. And now I'm going to attack, and they're likely going to block. And then I'll play out the initiative 1 more time. We find a Refractor, so I can wipe their board as well. Let's see what they do. So green, Avenging Hunter, forge the Avenging Hunter, so they can't Gal Blast it. And then we can cast Refractor. Now, I don't think I want to play Krark Clan Shaman here. I think I want to just try to block, and if they have enough damage, I can Reckoner's Bargain something that they're trying to kill, and then gain 5 life that way. I want to leave the Refractor on the table if I can. This deck is pretty sweet right now. Can't believe it's working out. Okay, Smash to Smithereens. That means I'm going to use the Reckoner's Bargain and not lose the life and actually gain 2 life. They scooped! Wow! We're 3-0, that's nuts! Alright, we'll see you in the next matches. Round 4 versus Pacto de Gildas. Well, this would be a great hand if we had a black source, but we don't, so we're gonna mulligan. We have the crop, we have map. I think I'm gonna keep it. We have a bargain, keep, put back. Maybe we just put back the crop or the bargain. That's a tough one. The crop can get us Tron. Probably better than the bargain here. I think I need to play the Mire and then play the Wellspring. Definitely tough in this spot here. Like, because if we top deck a land, obviously Power Plant map turn 1 is better. But if we don't top deck a land, turn 2 Wellspring is better. And we're also setting ourselves up if we end up drawing a replacement for that bargain. I think they were on Bogles last time I saw them in the league. So let's see if that's the case. That is the case. So we're looking for our Krark Clan Shaman. Cast down's doing absolutely nothing here. We do find a tower, so we can go tower, map. We're specifically looking for Deadly Dispute into Krark Clan Shaman. They grab an Ancestral Mask. So next turn they're going to have a big old creature. Not feeling very confident about this game here. We do have a star, so I can star, map, crop this for mine, map for the Scryland. Not sure if that's better. Guess I just play out the Chromatics. Okay, no. I'm trying to think this one through here. It's probably better to just map here, or star here, crop this, get a mine, play the map, crack the map for a grotto. Big Bogle boy. We can play the Avenging Hunter, but okay, they're looking for a different they're looking for a different enchantment for some reason. Ethereal armor. So they're gonna play the mask. Makes it a 3/3. Oh, this doesn't have trample right now. That's kind of nice. So we can deadly dispute and then play our avenging hunter and then hope that they don't find a trample effect. Fangren Marauder is definitely a keep. Black. The reason being just that we can use the Marauder to hopefully gain life and keep attacking them. Kitty green. Cast this avenging hunter. We're going to grab the forest, I think, so I don't have to sacrifice anything. So this is going to turn into something huge. Abundant growth. So they're looking for a trample effect now, and we are looking for all kinds of stuff that I don't think we can win this, but we're going to try. Let's see. They're going to get in for 1 million. Strange they're tapping the Utopia Sprawl. Have a Glade Clever Scout. Okay, interesting. That was probably a good play by them. We can just block here and get a little bit of value off the initiative. So we're going to Lost Well, looking for another initiative creature, or a Wellspring to dispute. Lost Well. Okay, we get to Scry. None of this is what we want, obviously. We don't want lands. We find a Bitter Reunion. I'll play that. I'm going to discard a Cast Down. Pretty obvious as well. Find a Krark-Clan Shaman. Not the best in this spot, so let's play out the Fangren Marauder. I think we're just going to concede. Like, we can't win here. Let's go to post board. And we're going to bring in the Chainer's Edicts, the Krark-Clan Shaman, cut the Cast Down. Maybe we do want the Fumes here, because Fumes can help clear the board so that the Chainer's Edicts work, right? I think so. Maybe, although Krark does the exact same thing, maybe we split it. And then, do I just get rid of the Marauders and pray and just not have life gain? Okay, we'll try that. And then get rid of we're going to be trying to sacrifice our artifacts, so maybe the bargain is not worth it. Bring the Shamans and try it that way. Well, that's probably too many Fumes. Okay, get rid of the Fumes. Bring the bargains again. Okay. We have a plan. We're going to try to get fast Tron and then edict them out. Yes. Okay, we're close. We're going to keep, play land map, turn to map, or we could star and map. No, we don't star and map. We can turn to map, or we can play refractor. They mulligan to 6. We'll go land, play expedition map, and then I think we are just gonna blind search a mine. All right, the best case scenario would be Krark-Clan Shaman off the top. No, because we can't cast it. We need an edict, I guess, right now. Definitely not a really good matchup for us, for sure. We're not prepared for Bogles. All right, Rancor. No ethereal armor. They jam in, put us to 17. They're having some issues with the speed of clicks. That's okay. Now it's our turn. Lay out the refractor, draw a card. Looking for a crop rotation now. We find Deadly Dispute, play Chromatic Star. Now we can Deadly Dispute the star, looking for another Tron land. If we find a Tron land, we can play the Goliath Paladin, but it's a little risky to do that, obviously. The Abundant Growth. What do you have after the Abundant Growth? They're going to cast, looks like an Ancestral Mask. Armadillo Cloak. Okay. Now we're very much looking for an Edict effect. So Deadly Dispute into an Edict would be perfect. We find a Krark. Okay. But we can't. Deadly Dispute here. Power Plant. We're so close. That stinks. I'm trying to think this one through. Discard the forest. Just find another mine. So I'll play out the Chromatic Star and pass. If they can't get the toughness up right now, we can wipe the board. So we can play the Refractor. And then we can Krark, wipe the board, dispute the Krark. No, we can't. That's not enough. Can't dispute the Krark. Find an Avenging Hunter. Alright, so if I play the Refractor right now, and I draw into a Tron land, so I have to play red, play this Krark-Clan Shaman. Now I really regret discarding that forest there. Abundant Growth, okay. Alright. Control, sacrifice. We find a map. So does that map get us, that thing's dead. Now we pass. Do they have another creature? Well, that stinks for me. Makes it a 3/1. Draw. I think I Deadly Dispute the map, actually. Grab the tower. Alright, can you kill me here? I think I want to play the Avenging Hunter, then play the Goliath Paladin, put the counters on the Goliath Paladin, hold up Reckoner's Bargain, and then they just have Ancestral Mask right now when we die. Okay, 3 damage, or plus 3 power, this is 5 damage. Okay, they get in, lots of life gain happening. Okay, so we go, oh geez, I forgot that's how that worked. We have to play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. So we have to play the tower, and then we can green, play the Avenging Hunter, take the initiative, get a plains. We can actually Deadly Dispute the Avenging Hunter, play the Goliath Paladin, make that gigantic, play our bigger Wellspring. There's the Edict that we needed. Okay, so it comes down to this. They have to make their creature 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 power more. If they can't, then we're going to get it off the board and start attacking. They can't use Ram Through right now. No attacks. Wow. Okay. Somehow this is working out. So trap you. And we actually don't have any life gain in their deck except for Reckoner's Bargain. First thing I'm gonna do is attack. They're gonna take it. So let's cycle this Mire. Looking for a refractor. Didn't find one. So I guess we just edict them. We're kind of out of colored sources here, which is scary. Just play this. Next turn we get to draw 2 cards because of the archives, and then we get to Throne. Let's see what happens. This is wild. We win the game because they just didn't have enough creatures. But we were pretty hosed not having enough colored sources there. I don't think Fumes is going to be where it's at. Their things get big fast. Bitter Reunion is probably what I was thinking of, cutting the Bitter Reunion specifically for like a Fenrir Marauder to gain life. We're on the draw. That gives me an out to gain life at least, I guess. What's funny here is we're both just trying to have a good draw. Because the Bogles player needs to not mulligan and I need to not mulligan. We have a Chainer's Edict, but no second land, so we have to mulligan. They keep 7. We're keeping this. Doesn't matter what initiative creature. We probably just put back the Goliath Paladin. They're going to lead on an Abundant Growth or a creature. A creature. Play mine. Pass. It's probably better to play the second mine than play the forest here. They play an Abundant Growth. Are they missing their second land? No, they are not. Play another creature? No, they played a Rancor. Alright, so we go to 17. Bargain. Play mine. This refractor. Find a Wellspring. Everything's happening way too slow though. There's a Cartouche of Solidarity. Rancor. So we're taking 6, then we're going to take 7. So basically we need a crop rotation and another tower. Or another Tron land. Play Wellspring. Alright, I think we just die. We'll let them kill us. I should have mulliganed harder, I guess. I'm ready to click that concede button. There's the Ancestral Mask. And we scoop it up. Alright. On to round 5. Okay, we're here in round 5. We have a bunch of initiative creatures and no colored sources. So we're going to mulligan. Tower, Power Plant, Refractor. We have this Mire. Think I'm keeping. I'm going to get rid of, I guess, the Hunter. Probably doesn't matter. I'm just going to keep my options open. Okay, we're against blue-black again, so Goliath Paladin is probably better than Hunter. We find a Expedition map. I'm going to slam that. We want to play around Spell Pierces. Opponent untap. Aquifer up. They're going to play out a land. We're just going to grab our other Tron land here then. No surprises. And they're going to go ahead and consider. It's an interest. I don't think everyone's playing Consider, and they've been an Angler, which means that they must have a bunch of creatures in hand. We're grabbing a Mine. So our hand is pretty reliant on having this Energy Refractor resolve. So if they leave up 2 mana, we're just going to cycle the Polluted Mire and see what happens. It seems they're going to be trying to go for something here. Place Archaeologist. So of note, we have 7 mana, so this puts us to 5 mana, which means we cannot cast either of these. They get back a Mental Note. Get double Refractor here. Doesn't matter that much. Now we're trying to cantrip into a cast down, basically. They're going to Spell Pierce? Mental Note, okay. Just wanted to get that F6 value, okay. So they have a Terror, a Gurmag Angler, and an Archaeologist in the yard. Play Wellspring. Now I'm looking for a Deadly Dispute. Find another Hunter. Play Refractor. Play out this map. That's pretty good because we can sack the map for a tower, and then we can play the Hunter. And then the next turn after that, we can maybe double. We have to tap 6 mana with their Energy Refractor in order to actually cast one of our creatures. And see if they're going to hold up Counterspell here. It appears that they are. So let's sack the map, grab a tower, attempt to cast Avenging Hunter. Yep. I mean, that's probably the most obvious counterspell could ever have occurred. Let's play this Karkland Shaman and pass. They will Brainstorm, looking for a creature. And on our next turn, we're going to play, I think, Avenging Hunter into Goliath Paladin. Or we could do Goliath Paladin into Avenging Hunter since we need the green for the Fenrir Marauder. Doesn't really matter though, because we have the Energy Refractor anyway. If we can get to the position where we have more than where we have 5 artifacts in play, then we could potentially sacrifice them all to get rid of their creatures. They've already gotten rid of 1, 2 of their creatures. They have 6 left in the deck. Kind of surprised that they milled the Angler there then. They're trying to think this one through. Plays a Chainer's Edict. I guess I'm glad that I had the Karka up. Then they're going to cast another Terror. Okay, so I think I want to play Hunter into Paladin because Hunter can trade with a Terror, and then a Paladin that has counters on it can also trade with a Terror. And we're just going to get ruined by a Snuff Out. And we find a map. So, oh no, I remember that I want to do this specifically this way. Green. Avenging Hunter, so that's going to resolve. We get the initiative, we get a Plains now, and play the Goliath Paladin. Here comes the Plains. We have exactly enough to double spell. 10 mana on turn 5. We're going to Forge on the Goliath Paladin. And we're just hoping they don't have more removal spells, basically. If they do swing out with the Terror, I'll probably just block with the Paladin. Although they would probably cast a removal spell pre-combat. If they'll allow us to block with each, I'll block with each. They're going to cast a Deep Analysis here. Looking for a Snuff Out, I guess. They appear to have not found it. That's very good for me. Okay, so we find a Deadly Dispute. which means that we can, I think I want to cast the Fang Marauder, and then play map, sacrifice for tower, and then deadly dispute the Wellspring. We're gaining life here. We're building a buffer for when and if they eventually kill all our creatures. We're gonna grab a tower, play tower. Now this loses to Spell Pierce, I guess. So do I want to not do that? They all have Spell Pierce. They're gonna have Spell Pierce in hand. Let's not lose the Spell Pierce here. I suppose I could have attacked with the Paladin. That doesn't accomplish that much. They play a land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3 mana. What are they tapping for? They play an Archaeologist. So what they could do is just not get their thing back. What do they get? DA, Fumes, Angler. Fumes is kind of good on this board. Although we'll just double block a Terror with the Marauders and then block the other one. The Marauder and the Hunter, I mean. Looks like they are going to use the Fumes. Chainer's Edict. Doesn't really matter, right? I guess the Hunter. Will you attack? Looks like they're going to decline. Okay, so we're going to cycle. Now I'm going to try to Deadly Dispute into a initiative creature. We found a Hunter, hey-yo. So we will be able to hit the Throne on this turn. We go into the initiative, we go into Archives, we get to draw a card, then we draw for turn. Okay, draw a card, draw for turn. Star, black here. We're going to dispute this Wellspring, draw some cards, gain some life. And now I'm looking for a cast down. They have the Spell Pierce, as expected, and we're just going to pay for it because we have tons and tons and tons of mana because we're Tron. Seems kind of pointless for them to have done that. And we can actually cast 2 initiative creatures. Let's see. Goliath Paladin. We get an Avenging Hunter. It's a huge one. Ginormous Avenging Hunter. Love it. We get to get a land. I'll just take the black one, I guess. Play this Chromatic Star. I'm going to sacrifice for green. Now we're gaining a bunch of life. Not a Fang and Marauder, so I think we're kind of out of creatures. Play Avenging Hunter. I'm going to put some counters on the Fanger Marauder and attack. And they scooped it up. Yeah. Shaman, not so good. Cast down is where I want to be, for sure. Edict, I guess, has to be in there. Reaping the Graves is very good. So just cast downs and Reaping the Graves. Is that going to be enough? So we could also cut the Marauders, but then our Thrones are not very good. Definitely want the Reaping the Graves. Let's see what it's like with just the cast downs, and I forget what I did in the other round. All right, let's go. Okay, I think I'm keeping. We have cast down and expedition map. We can deadly dispute the map, I guess, but we'll have to see. Play the power plant. And crop rotation, the other power plant, but then we'll just have a black up. We can get Tron. Looks like they're going to hold up Spell Pierce, so we'll just wait. They're going to cast a Mental Note, and they mill 2 islands, so that does not advance their terror. So if they're going to play a creature soon, it would have to be an Angler, but they also don't have a black source in play. Okay, they're still holding up the Spell Pierce. I think it's pretty obvious that they have it. We find a Reaping the Graves. I guess I can afford to slow roll here. They cast a Consider, and what are they going to do? Keep that card on top. Right now, a Terror will cost them 5 mana, and the Angler will cost them 4 mana. They play an Archaeologist. Wow, they mill Archaeologist, Ice Tunnel, Angler. Are they going to cast an Angler here? No, they are not. They're leaving this as a 1/4. Play Power Plant. So on the next turn, well, no. In 2 turns, we'll have Tron no matter what, basically. They're casting a Terror. No, they're casting Deep Analysis. Okay, I'm grabbing the Mine. Play the Mine. The Mine. So now I can map, and then I can dispute the map. This for a tower. Okay, that looks pretty decent. We're set up. Now we just have to draw some creatures, and for them to not have removal spells. All right, let's actually play the Refractor off this. Play Chromatic Star as well. Okay, we'll play the Wellspring too, it's whatever. Cast that Wellspring. Trying to cantrip with some creatures. Just find lands. So after this, we're going to play Grotto. Let's see what they do. They play a land. They're on 5 cards in hand. Looks like they're going to cast Deep Analysis and hold up Counterspell. They get in for 1. Puts us to 19. A little Grotto here and try to look at the top. Bitter Reunion would be a good thing to draw here. Goliath Paladin on top. Okay. All right, so I can go... They probably have Counterspell, right? So maybe I want to try to get them to Counterspell a cast down. I don't really want to use the Reaping the Graves just for 1 creature. They're considering... They put a card on top. Okay. Well, I F6'd and I messed up, but they put a card on top and then they Thought Scoured themselves. Oh, because the Consider drew that card. Okay, that makes sense. So we are just biding our time, waiting for this position to play out our, we're waiting for the position to play out our initiative creature. They get in for 1. They just continue doing nothing. We're just gonna make land drops and pass. Basically, when you're playing against a control deck, you want to tax their mana, and we have the mana resource advantage as long as we keep making our land drops, I guess. I probably still want to hold 1 in hand in case I draw into a Bitter Reunion. This 1 damage from the Phallagi may add up. They're casting a Deep Analysis. They got 8 cards in hand. That's it though. They're not doing anything else. Well, they are getting in with their Falage. It's really hard to pronounce this thing. We go to 17. They're going to go to clean up and discard a swamp. All right, so now we have double paladin. 1, 2, 3. All right, so I think we're going to try to play it out. Because if they're going to use a counter, then... Oh, that's nice to draw the Bitter Reunion. Goliath Paladin, they counterspell it. But we have the Reaping the Graves to get them back. And we're going to cast another Goliath Paladin. And we're also going to kill their creature. I'm going to get a green, I think. Since we cast 2 of the white creatures, then we have more likelihood of drawing a green creature here. And we have the Refractor anyway. Green. Go ahead and blow up this and yield. What are you gonna do, my friend? You're priced into doing stuff. We have Lost Well to look pretty deep into our deck and cast more initiative creatures. Then we have Reaping the Graves to get them back. I'm gonna try to make it so that I can Reaping for at least 3 of them, or 2, depending. If they just have no removal, they have no removal, I guess. They're gonna cast a creature, or they're gonna kill my creature. All right, 1 down. Sorry. Looks like they're casting an Angler here. 4 cards in hand now. What's the likelihood that the rest of their cards are creatures or the rest of their cards are counterspells? Guess we'll find out. They are going to play another Angler. Okay, you have an Angler. This is definitely our position here. I mean, our spot that I want to get back into the game. I want to put some creatures on the board. I want to Lost Well into an initiative creature right now. Lost Well. I'm going to keep the bargain, though. We'll bargain the Wellspring, draw a bunch of cards, draw a map, find a Deadly Dispute. Let's play the Wellspring. Dispute the Wellspring. Right now they don't have Rotten Reunions up. We're going to counterspell. Do we draw an initiative creature? Play a map. Let's, right over here, my bad. Play Bitter Reunion. I think I can just discard this map or the forest. I guess it doesn't matter right now because we don't have enough to do everything. I want to maybe there's my creatures. Here I'm going to discard the Expedition map. Okay, we're well set for the next turn, I think. They have 2 cards in hand, they're going to draw an island, and then they have to be able to counter all my stuff. We have a lot of creatures coming out. They mill themselves, they mill a Terror and a Consider. Also very good for us. Although they're going to go to a ton of cards in hand with a Deep Analysis in the yard. 1 Deep Analysis in the yard. They play Falagi Archaeologist. We have a Cast Down in hand. Spell Pierce, Terror, Deep Analysis. They're going to maybe pick up the Spell Pierce. Seems like a medium kind of play right there. I'm going to get in for 10 though, which is quite a bit. They slam in. Okay. So in their hand is Spell Pierce and 1 unknown. And then they're going to draw an island. So are they going to play it? Okay. Island. Do they play it? No, because they already played an island for turn. They're going to Deep Analysis. Go up to 5 cards in hand. They have 5 mana available. I think they've already played... So they've played 2 counterspells already. No counterspells out here. So they potentially have 2 counterspells. They're going to play another creature. Nope, they're Deep Analysis. Hitting a Deep Analysis again from the graveyard. Which leaves them with just 1 potential counterspell available. Okay. So we play land, we go for the Cast Down, see if that resolves. They Brainstorm, looking for a counterspell. So we're going to play a Hunter into Hunter, which means we'll have a second creature, a third creature with the Catacombs, and we'll actually, Hunter, no, we're going to go to Stash, right? So they find a counterspell, play Avenging Hunter, we go into Stash, play another Avenging Hunter, we get the Catacombs, so we get another creature. They don't get to Forge this turn. They have a lot of cards in hand, though. Play out this Chromatic Star. Let's just dispute it while we can. We could also, right now, get back our Goliath Paladins, but I think that they're probably going to they're going to have to attack, right? And then we can block, and then we can potentially play another spell that we draw off this dispute. Okay. I think we're going to overvalue them, but we'll see. We draw a Cast Down. That's perfect. Need to blow up that Angler. Well, this deck is running pretty smoothly overall. I like it. I'm a little bit unsure about the Bitter Reunion spot, but I think Cast Downs have been really good. Looks like I'm not counting my chickens, but I think I'm probably going to win this game. They have 7 cards in hand, though. Okay, we have Hunter, Paladin, all ready to go. Okay, Chainer's Edict. You kill one of my creatures. Doink. And then they have to attack. And then we play our creatures out and we just Bitter Reunion and then we attack them to death. Chainer's Edict again. Brainstorms. Looking for a Chainer's Edict, I guess. Some sort of counterspell. Or, not counterspell. Some sort of removal spell they're looking for. They play a Thought Scour. So they mill the Spell Pierce that was in their hand. And then an Aquifer. They're only on 4 mana available. They cast a Consider. And, still looking for removal, but they put a card on top, so they probably kept that removal spell. They play a Terror, so they didn't keep a removal spell. I'm for sure blocking here. They're going to cast another Angler. Oh, Grimag Angler to give it lifelink. I think I would rather block and get the free Throne, and then get the additional triggers here. That lifelink is going to be a bummer, so we're really looking for a Cast Down again. We've already used 2 of them, but we have 2 more in the deck. They're at 17. We have a bunch more towers, so we're going to take the initiative. And we're going to go into the throne and hopefully find a creature, but we're down to very few creatures left. We do find some creatures, so I think we want the paladin since it's gigantic. We're going to get our last basic. We can crop rotation. Let's just go ahead and cast the green, cast the Avenging Hunter, take the initiative. So I will forge the Avenging Hunter. Storm is 1. I guess we play the plains. Well, yeah, play the plains, crop the plains. Storm is 2. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 creatures. So get that tower, tap the tower or whatever, play the map. And then I think I want to cast the paladins here since they have vigilance. This is going to seal the deal for sure. This one, and this one. They'd have to have 2 fairy macabres in hand. And we are not able to actually cast all of our creatures here. Sadly, let's go ahead and cast this paladin, trap you, and then I will go ahead and sacrifice this for another tower, and then I guess just attack with the Goliath paladin, the big one. Let's bitter sack this for reunion. Oh, it doesn't matter. We should attack with everything. No, not everything. Just the 2 vigilance guys. Let's see. Let's think this one through. So if we attack with this one and this one, they can block here and here, take no damage. If they block this, they go to 5. They can still block here and have 2 attackers. And then they could potentially kill this. So I'm just going to attack like that. They still can't trap me this turn, because their next turn they'll just go into the forge after getting their damage through. And this guy has hexproof, so he can block the angler, no big deal. Although I suppose that they're going to be able to gain 6 life with the life linking from the angler. Can't believe I'm pretty sure we're going to 4-1 here. Let's see. Let's go. They mental note themselves. Are they just going to try to mill themselves out? They have a bunch of Chainer's Edicts. I mean, they could edict them. They could edict right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If they edict, we probably just take out the Goliath Paladin and block here and block here. 1 mana. I would really laugh if they just mill themselves out. Okay, they have Chainer's Edict, so we're going to take out this Paladin since it's the smallest. A mental note. They're at 3 cards in library. They play a land. They're at 1 card in hand. 3 cards in library. They play a terror. They got nothing. So now I don't even have to do anything. I can just sit back and like let them die to decking. But I probably should attack. So we're going to go into archives, play a hunter. Oh. Well, we got the 4-1. All right. So what would I like about this deck? I think it's really good against blue-black, and I think it can hang against green because all you have to do is cast Weather the Storms and hold on until you can Clan Shaman them out, and then you just start casting initiative. I think it's going to be weak to creatures, so one thing I talked about was Claws of Wirewood. The Suffocating Fumes here is basically to clear small creatures, but we already have the Clan Shaman to clear the board for the ground and pounders. So this Claws of Wirewood deals 3 damage to each creature with flying in each player, which I think would make this deck a lot better versus a Boros deck. So maybe we could just cut the Fangren Marauder and bring in the Claws of Wirewoods, or cut the Weather Storm and bring the Claws of Wirewoods. It's really tough to say. Overall, I had fun. It was pretty awesome to get a 4-1 with initiative again, and I will see you in the next videos.